All right, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin. This is SmellGoodz. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you hanging out with me for a little bit. Listen, this is another one of my weekly fragrance rotation videos that I've been doing consistently for this year. I made a goal, made a commitment to myself that every week I was just going to document, as part of my fragrance journey, I was going to document everything that I've been wearing through each week. So this is for the week of February 23rd through March 1st. And March 1st, we're entering into my birthday month. So we're gonna do some things. All right. So listen, the 23rd, we were still on the cruise, and I still have some cruise content that I'm getting out to you just to kind of share with you some of the things that you might find or expect from a fragrance perspective when you're cruising or when you're in another country like we were in Ensenada, Mexico. But on that Sunday was a day that we were actually going to get off the boat, go into town, into Ensenada, Mexico, get some churros. We got my wife, we wanted some Mexican candy, so some Tajín mango and stuff like that. Good stuff. And then I did a little shopping at the duty-free store there as well. So we'll talk about that. But as far as what I wore, got up, again, still nice weather out, not hot, but nice. It was in the 70s. And so I still had my travel sprays. And so the travel spray that I wore that day was another one from our friends over at Yom and Lael. And this one is Oud of Passion. This is their take again on Oud Maracuja. So right in that space of being able to wear it still, Oud Maracuja, in my opinion, is more at home as far as spring, definitely winter, even fall, because it is kind of a heavier scent. But wore it, worked very well. We were in the 70s. There in Ensenada, still had a nice breeze, nice, still cool day. We kind of sat out and enjoyed a lot of different things in that area, in that space. But we wore, again, Oud of Passion, which is their take on Oud Maracuja by Mason Crivelli. Just worked really well, sitting out in the sun, sitting out, hanging out, and taking in the mariachi, taking in all of the things that you take in when you're on vacation, when you're just hanging out. So that was on Sunday. All right. Then on Monday was, they kicked us off the boat. I mean, they kicked us off. They were like, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get off of here. And so the previous night I had made a purchase, and it was one of those purchases that was, for me, one of the Grail purchases in this space. And what I mean by that is that there are some fragrances that, and some bottles that I aim to have that are kind of like, that's my goal. And so recently, thanks to you all and your support and you all watching, I got monetized on YouTube. And so with my first thing from YouTube, I wanted to make it a really special kind of a celebration thing. And I had been looking for a bottle of this, and I had been pricing out what I was expecting to pay, just because this particular designer is very, very stringent about a lot of things concerning their brand, concerning their trademarks and all of that stuff. So I knew pretty much what the price it was going to be. This is one that you're not going to find really on discounters. If you do, they're there for a quick hot moment. Not something that you're going to readily be able to pick up outside of the established channels for this brand. And I am talking about, from the House of Chanel, I am talking about Bleu de Chanel. And so I was able to get this actually $10 below what it would be in stores, but also because there was on the ship, no taxes and all that stuff, I ended up saving about $35 in total. And so we got Bleu de Chanel, and I was like, we're gonna rock this off the boat. So I did wear this off the boat and on the plane. And of course, if you know the Bleu de Chanel scent, it worked really well. And so that was good as far as just us getting off the boat, hopping on the plane, getting back to life and doing the things that we were doing on that Monday. All right. Then on Tuesday was an in-office day. And so I was like, it's starting to heat up just a little. So we wanted to break out something. And this is one that I'm spending a little more time with, just because it is becoming a favorite Mancera. And that's hard to say because a lot of the Manceras are just favorites of mine, just simply put, right? So this one is that I wore on Tuesday, wore into the office, was Cosmic Pepper. Just a nice citrus, vanilla, musky scent. That works well, lasts long, projects decently. And it was just, I was going to the office. I've gotten to the point with office where I don't want to have anything too loud or too egregious. I want to just, nice scent bubble around me. And so that's what I wore, was Cosmic Pepper on Tuesday. All right. So with the company I work for, we had our data person coming in from outside of the country. And so I was trying to make sure that we were trying to get the things that I needed to run my department, run my area, and make those changes, because y'all know that keeping a job is really important these days. And so wanting to do that. But on Wednesday was another in-office day. Normally, if you've been around my channel, you know Mondays and Tuesdays are typically my in-office days. The rest of the week, I'm able to work from home. But Wednesday, I was going into the office as well. And so Wednesday gave me an opportunity to test out something, and I'll probably have a review coming up shortly for it. Test something that I got when I was in Mexico at the duty-free shop in Mexico. And this is one that I had seen very briefly from another content creator, and was like, let's check it out. Smelled it myself. My wife gave me the thumbs up. She liked it. It works well for the season that we're in. I probably wouldn't wear this too much further as we get warmer, but definitely gave me an opportunity to check it out. And we're talking about from the house of Afnan. This is Patchouli on Fire. Patchouli on Fire. Now this is still just a nice citrusy, not fruity, but citrusy patchouli type of fragrance. Not the chocolatey or deep dark patchouli that you might have. This is still a very nice, fresh, aromatic type of patchouli, and it works really well. Interested to really just kind of dig more into it, but it's not something that I'll probably wear further into as we get really warm. So this was probably the perfect time for me to break it out, wear it, and it works really well. Again, Patchouli on Fire by Afnan. All right. Then Thursday was another in-office day. Thursday was another day just because we were trying to nail down some things, and so I had to go into the office. But I wanted to make sure that just had something. In this particular day, I wanted something that was really just going to be there. This one, it does project a little more, and it does have more of a noticeable scent. It's not necessarily one that normally works for office wear, but it did in this particular day because it's what I wanted to wear, and that's what I do. Whenever I want to wear something, I just wear it, period. All right, but that is from the house of Yom and Lael. And this one is Razi, which is their take on my favorite, my absolute favorite from the House of Mind Games right now, which is Jadub. And they do a pretty bang up job. Again, this was Yom and Lael's Razi. You've got the pomegranate, you got some rose, you got a little, I think, leather in there. This, as far as lasting, does it. As far as projecting, does it. As far as having a nice scent bubble, it does it. This was, it still is a great pickup in my opinion. And one of the things that kind of just got me like, yeah, we're going to check in and tap into Yom and Lael a lot more. They got some things coming out that I definitely want to check out even more. So, but on Thursday, that's what I wore, Yom and Lael's Razi. All right. Friday was around the house. Friday was just kind of hanging around, not doing a whole lot. Except I did go, have work. So I worked from home. Was finishing a project and all those things. But then kind of just, Friday was not a whole lot going on. So it was one of those days that just throwing something just to have something smelling good. And so, but because of the weather and because that previous night I had done that live stream with Dedrick, and if you haven't, I'll check it out. I'll link it in the description of this video. Dedrick and I were talking about top 10 or 10 fragrances for the spring under $100. And so this was one of the ones that I brought up, and I was like, I'd almost forgotten just how good it was. I'd almost forgotten just, what a great fragrance it is. And from the house of Coach, this is Coach Green. Coach Green. This just has that nice kiwi opening that works really well, definitely for spring, definitely for summer type of a fragrance. And one that, like I said, because it was cooler here and because, I kind of had that new kid in the candy store type of thing going on with the rest of my fragrances, almost forgot about it, pulled it out for that video and was like, yeah, we're going to break this out. And Friday, that is what I wore. Worked really well. All right. And then Saturday was a day spent around the house mostly. I think I may have gone to the gym that day, but Saturday was also a day just kind of getting things accomplished, taking care of things around the house, getting some videos cut, edited, fun stuff like that. So Friday was a day to again break out something else that was like, yeah, it's time for this to come back out. We're entering to that season, entering into that weather where it's going to work really well. And so I am talking about from the house of Mont Blanc. This is Legend Blue. Legend Blue. And you've got minty lavender, just a nice, fresh, soapy scent that to me is just a banger from Mont Blanc. It is something that, say what you will about Mont Blanc. I think Mont Blanc does some great stuff. This is one that I picked it up and absolutely like it, love it, adore it. And there's a lot from Mont Blanc that I like, right? But this one definitely is one of those that in some respects, I almost forgot how good it was until I put it on again and was like, yeah, that's it. All right. So that was, again, on Saturday, was Mont Blanc Legend Blue. All right. That was it. That was my week. Next week is another travel week. So next week will probably be some more travel sprays. As far as other things that I wear, I'm just kind of thinking ahead because I got another trip coming up. But we'll see kind of how that goes. But again, appreciate you stopping through. As always, do me the favor, stay safe, stay sane, stay smelling good. And then as always, of course, do me the honor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, request notifications, and share. Meet me in the comments. We'll see you next time. Have a great one. Be blessed. Peace.